Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So we have an article here on U.Today, and it's titled as such, Traders Move $800 million worth of Bitcoin away from exchanges. Now, I told you the potentiality of what Bitcoin can do if there's certain catalysts that are to come about. And of course, there's going to be struggles, there's going to be corrections and dips, but people who have foresight are understanding the explosivity that can occur with Bitcoin over the long term. They have a lot of long-term foresight. And of course, they have a lot of paid analysts and researchers coming to them and explaining to them what's happening worldwide with Bitcoin. Okay, now, if Bitcoin is able to green itself up and so it won't cause a problem with the agenda of the IMF and the BIS, the World Bank, and the European Central Bank, then it's even more delicious for, let's say, countries to buy Bitcoin. You saw what happened in El Salvador, although they're running their Bitcoin across Algorand, of course, and I think that's just a wise decision in my humble opinion. But more countries are going to be doing things like that. You have the states trying to make Bitcoin legal tender, which is a great indicator to the direction that states want to take with cryptocurrency overall. Especially, I would think that would definitely be a great indicator for the cryptocurrency fiat rails like XRP, XLM, Cello, Algorand, and HBAR. Okay, so it's a great indicator there. But with all of that activity coming up, all of that activity only growing exponentially, I would think that wise minds would see that the future for Bitcoin can be, like I said, there's catalysts. There definitely, it's not going to be easy, but the future can be extremely bright. So you have people traders moving $800 million worth of Bitcoin away because they're going to hodl it. They understand what is to come. Let's just read a little bit further here. A total of $800 million worth of Bitcoin was moved away from exchanges amid the sudden price increase of the first cryptocurrency, which currently trades, it says far above $40,000, but I don't know why they say far above 40,000. I believe at the last time that I looked, it was $41,000 and like $640. It was something like that. So I don't consider that far above, but hey, to each his own. Let's continue on here. It says, but while the majority bet on the end of the bull market and a further drop below $30,000, I don't know why they say the majority. Most people are, we understand corrections are going to happen, and they're quite rapid. They're quite meteoric. In crypto is nothing new to us to have massive corrections. This is just another walk in the park. This is just another day in the city. That's all this is for crypto holders. So we understand that. So I don't know why it says that. I think most people who are in crypto understand that these times are going to happen, especially when we're dealing with politics that can affect the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as all the other cryptocurrencies, and all the other cryptos are tethered to Bitcoin. So of course they're going to be affected by that. And you definitely have some catalysts coming up with certain political things that are going to be happening. We'll see how that works out. And of course, if that's positive, it'll affect the price positively. But if it's negative, of course, expect a dip, expect a deeper correction. That's just the way that things go. But these are necessary waters for us to swim through to get to a brighter future for crypto. This was always going to happen. We were always going to have these times. We were always going to need regulatory clarity or the governments to look into it and give it the okay. We were always going to approach that. Okay, so it was inevitable. So we'll see how things work out there. But so then you have more Bitcoin news. Every day there's so much madness with Bitcoin. It's hilarious to me. So we have an article here. This is on the coinrepublic.com. Go over there and give these guys some traffic. And the article is titled as such, fears of possible ban have reduced demand for crypto mining equipment in Russia. Listen, a lot of the original crypto are going to be moving away from having to be mined. Okay, they're going to move to more efficient methods and measures. But negating that, Russia, I don't believe Russia would permanently ever outright ban crypto, because Russia has been interested in cryptocurrencies such as XRP because of their on-demand liquidity and their propensity to replace SWIFT. Now, I'm just here to make money. So I know a lot of Bitcoin people don't like XRP, but I'm not in that fight. Okay, I'm just here to make money and just state the facts. Because of the ability to replace the SWIFT system, Russia has looked into different crypto banking rails, cryptocurrency fiat rails like XRP. And I'm sure they have looked into XLM because XLM is in the region with Ukraine and they are deeply ingrained in the Ukraine. And there are a lot of communications back and forth between Ukraine and Russia for a myriad of different reasons. Okay. But so for those reasons, I don't think there will be an outright ban for cryptocurrency in Russia. I think this is a lot of FUD in my humble opinion. But let's read just a little bit here. It says, stages posting advertisements for mining equipment have been enrolling declining requests since Bank of Russia's require a prohibition on the stamping of computerized monetary standards among other crypto exercises. While mining may ultimately be authorized, excavators can hope to take care of higher power bills. Mining equipment is presently more frequently presented than looked for. Russian internet-based commercial centers have taken note. Okay, let's scroll down just a little bit further. Okay, so then we have this little interesting piece here, which I think is very significant when understanding what I was saying before. They're just, look, a lot of the governments are just trying to work things out. They're trying to understand what they're dealing with. Is this a threat to their power structure, to their economies? How can they conscript it? How can they absorb it? How can they use it to their advantage? I think that's just logical. So that's what a lot of them are doing. But entities will take that and turn it into FUD because it's going to get a lot of clicks and such like that. But it's very dangerous because the FUD definitely makes people sell. They get very fearful and then they start selling. Then there's a rise in price and you miss that opportunity to take some pretty healthy profits. If you have any rise, you have a lot of day traders that they're just taking they're just taking a little bit off the top, and that cumulative amount winds up being pretty healthy money for them every day. So this can be very dangerous to a lot of individuals when you have this type of FUD. Because it could push them towards selling or buying at the wrong moments. This is why you have to definitely do your own research. So yeah, let's just take a little look here. It says, toward the finish of January, Deputy Prime Minister Dmitry Chernyshenko marked an administrative guide for the area, which didn't cover crypto mining at first. As indicated by a new report by the Everyday Investia, Chernyshenko has later trained a few pertinent offices and administrative bodies to add mining to the archive. So look, they're just trying to work things out. We have to wait and see how these things go. Hopefully they'll continue to go well. This is why it's important for developers, builders, whatever the individuals might be called, to continue to shear up the protocol, make them better, make them greener, make them more efficient, make the gas fees a little bit lower. This is going to be healthy in the long run. And yes, we want to go through all of these rigors. We want to go through all of these problems now, get them out of the way so crypto can have the explosion it needs, because I guarantee you there's an explosion coming. And what we've seen before will be like nothing once all of the institutions and banks, nations around the world can participate openly without problems and nothing problematic on the horizon when it comes to crypto. When that happens, when that occurs, you will see an explosion across all of the compliant crypto. Now, I do believe that most of cryptocurrencies, once regulations come about, will be wiped out completely, but those are the ones that really didn't have a utility and a purpose in the first place. But all of the utility-based crypto and the ones that are store of value that people actually use and trust in will thrive. So these are necessary things to go through, in my humble opinion. I have another article here. This one is about Ethereum. And it states, and it's on cryptoticker.io, and it goes as such. Ethereum price prediction, price target $3,000 reached. Will ETH adjust lower now? Here's a little tidbit from the article. It says, we wrote that ETH price reversed and started going higher. We then wrote that the price could soon rally to around $3,000, as that is where the next major resistance is. Furthermore, $3,000 mark can be valued as $40,000 mark at Bitcoin price. On February the 4th, the Ethereum price reached a target of $3,000. But what could happen next? Will a sell-off succeed next, or will it keep going up? But there's a lot of, in my humble opinion, it's based on catalysts. Right now, there's so many there's so many catalysts that are coming up, especially, like I said, there's some political things happening. There might be an executive order. We don't know which way that's going to go. Hopefully it goes favorably, because there's certain entities that have their hands in the monetary aspects of certain politicians' lives, and were a key to those politicians getting put in place. So these crypto, what do you call those individuals that give the politicians money? The word slips my mind, but because of that, maybe, just maybe, these executive orders might be favorable, but we'll see how this goes. But that is a definite, huge catalyst. If it goes negative, the price is going to go down. Nothing's going to take precedent over that. If it goes positive, the price can continue to rise, and we'll see. I mean, the jobs report was pretty good. Then if we have a positive executive order, I expect the price to even go to go just a little bit higher. Who knows how high it's going to go, but that's definitely putting everything into a more bullish energy. But, you know, we'll see what happens. But fun times in crypto. Fun times for anyone who's done their due diligence and understands the crypto sphere, been here for a while, been through much worse, by the way, much worse. You know, so we'll keep an eye on this, and we'll see how it all goes. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.